You wake up one morning thinking it's going to be a normal day. You grab breakfast like every other day to avoid your estranged dad. But then, bam, you get a mysterious letter saying, "Hey kid, want to drive a 60-foot tall biomechanical nightmare that screams when it bleeds? Congratulations, you're now an EVA pilot. Lucky you." It's cool, isn't it? Giant robot fighting aliens, saving humanity. Sounds like Gundam? No, this robot has teeth. It's powered by the soul of your dead mom, and she treats you like a passenger, not the pilot. Oh, and if it gets destroyed, you die too. You're rushed to NERV headquarters. It looks less like a government facility and more like a giant underground IKEA warehouse, and it's run by people who hate kids. They show you a massive purple monstrosity called Unit 01, telling you, yeah, you're the chosen one. Now get in. No training, no warm-up, just hop inside the biomechanical blender, kid. Then comes the entry plug. You don't just sit in a cockpit with buttons and levers. You're drowning in orange tang. Don't worry, they say. You can breathe it. Sounds great? Except you're inhaling juice while strapped inside a living corpse that smells like your mom's perfume. Cozy. And after about 5 minutes of that nightmare, your brain short-circuits. Then your EVA goes berserk. And boom, you're out cold. So there you are, lying in a hospital bed, staring at the ceiling tiles, while nurses poke you like you're a science project. Welcome to your new normal, because it isn't just fighting angels. Being an EVA pilot is 20% apocalypse, 80% recovery, and constantly questioning why you didn't just let Tokyo 3 explode. Once you're patched up, you're back at NERV again. Someone says, let's run sync tests. Think of it like standardized testing, except instead of filling in bubbles with a number 2 pencil, your brain is being uploaded into a giant monster. And just like with school, no matter how well you do, it's never good enough. Your sync rate's too low, they scolded, as if you could just study harder to merge your soul with your EVA. Sorry, but this is not in the syllabus. And heaven forbid your sync score drops. If it drips too far, they'll just replace you with another 14-year-old. Yep, you are disposable, just like that. At first, the angels are just big, scary monsters, laser beams, energy shields, standard nightmare fuel. And then they start getting creative. One turns into a literal shadow on the ground that swallows everything it touches. Another infects your EVA with what's basically a cosmic computer virus. And then there's the one shaped like a giant floating octahedron, because apparently geometry is terrifying now. Meanwhile, NERV expects you to figure out how to fight these abominations on the fly. Oh, and remember when your EVA went berserk? Yeah, that wasn't a one-time thing. It happens all the time. It can save you, it can traumatize you, or actually it does both at once. The first time you thought it was horrifying, by the 10th time you're numb. Now you can watch your EVA howl at the moon while chowing down on angel sashimi like a pro. And guess what? Everyone cheers. The crowd sees a hero, NERV sees a weapon. You see the inside of your eyelids while you dissociate harder than an art major at Burning Man. And what about school? After all, you're still enrolled in middle school, except balancing algebra homework with global annihilation is walking on a tightrope. One day you're fighting an alien that split atoms with its eyeballs. Next, you're back in class pretending to care about fractions. Your classmates whisper about how you're that EVA kid, and you can't tell them anything because it's all top secret. So you sit there silently while everyone assumes you're either a celebrity or a freak. Spoiler, it's both. Let's talk about the adults in charge. Misato, your guardian, means well. She'll drive you home, crack a beer, and tell you you're doing great. But she's also emotionally unstable. She raises you in a filthy apartment full of instant noodles. And you share that bathroom with a penguin. Then there's Ritsuko, the head scientist, who treats you like a lab rat she can't wait to dissect. And your dad, the one who hasn't called you in years. Commando Gendo Ikari. The man, the myth, the cold, unfeeling brick wall. He doesn't say, "I love you." He doesn't even say hi. He just stares at you from behind his creepy anime glasses. His only words? Get in the robot. Honestly, Darth Vader looks like Parent of the Year compared to this guy. Sure, you're not the only pilot. You've got Rey, the quiet, mysterious girl who never blinks. She's technically your ally, but she's also a clone of your mom. So good luck processing that in therapy. Then there's Asuka, the fiery redhead who's smarter and stronger than you, and never fails to remind you of your weakness every 5 seconds. When she's not insulting you, she's screaming at angels until she breaks down crying. She's a wreck with a superiority complex, and a regressed baby at the same time. Together, you're supposed to be the dream team, the trio who can save the human race. But the truth, you're just 3 hormonal disasters in giant meat suits. And here's the fun fact. Your EVA is linked to your body. When it gets wrecked, you do too. Broken arm? Check. Internal bleeding? Check. Multiple concussions? You got punch cards for those. By your 4th hospital stay, you're basically on a first-name basis with the nurses. At this point, NERV might as well just install a revolving door on your hospital room. But don't expect sympathy. Every time you wake up in a cast, your dad says, "Pilot again." Here's the real kicker. You think you're fighting angels to save humanity, but NERV has other plans. The shadowy organization Sele is pulling the strings. Their endgame isn't survival. It's the Human Instrumentality Project, which, translated from anime lingua, means melt every human into orange soup and combine all soups into one giant collective consciousness. So all this suffering, all this trauma, all these battles, they're not really about saving the world. It's a giant conspiracy toward humanity's final group hug, against your will. The real monster in Evangelion, not the angels, not the skyscraper-sized nightmares wrecking Tokyo 3, and no, not even the secret committee of chainsmokers planning humanity's doomsday, like it's a company picnic. The real monster is depression. Being an EVA pilot goes beyond the physical pain. It's about what happens to your mind when you're forced to shoulder impossible responsibility at 14 years of age. You wake up with it pressing on your chest. This weight makes even standing feel like a task too big to handle. The world demands that you save it. Yet most mornings, you can't even wake up on time. Everyone says you're special, that you're chosen, but deep down, you know the truth. You weren't chosen because you're strong, brave, or capable. You were chosen because you were there. Your father knew you were desperate for his approval. He knew you were fragile, easy to control, and unlikely to walk away. And the cruel joke? People think you're the chosen hero to pilot EVA, but really you're just a disposable battery with a heartbeat. And then there's the hedgehog's dilemma. You want connection, you want to be seen, but the more you reach out, the more the spines dig in. And when you let people in, you bleed. So you retreat, you build walls. You isolate, not because you want to, but because it feels safer. But this safety comes at a cost. Nights spent alone in your room. Headphones drowning out the silence, eating convenience food in front of a dim screen because real human connection is too dangerous. It becomes a cycle of craving for affection, then retreating alone on repeat. Too tired to fight, yet too scared to break it. And the adults see this. They see your weakness, your longing, your desperation. They don't just notice it, they exploit it to make you stay. And you somehow survived and made it to the end. The angels are gone, but so is everyone. The world collapsed. You're drowning in liquid human Kool-Aid. You woke up on a beach next to Asuka, who immediately tells you she hates you. That's it. That's the reward for all your suffering. No fame, no peace, not even free therapy. Just leftover trauma. And one very angry teammate. In a nutshell, your life as an EVA pilot is a cocktail of alien battles you can't win, parents who emotionally ghost you, classmates who don't know if they should admire or avoid you, and teammates who double as rivals, clones, or emotional terrorists. And the looming threat of turning into orange tang. Every time you get inside the EVA, you're signing up for another round of PTSD, or maybe even getting eaten by your own mom's soul fused into the robot. It's the kind of gig where success means you survive one more day in a job you never applied for. People like to joke about how cool it would be to pilot a Gundam or a Jaeger, but in Evangelion, that's not wish fulfillment. That's state-sponsored child abuse with better marketing. So the next time someone asks, wouldn't it be cool to pilot an Evangelion? Just remember, it's less giant robot hero and more walking therapy session in a meat mecha, with no paychecks and no escape clause. If you made it this far without needing a giant robot-sized therapy session, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Seriously, because I need to know, who should I dive into next? Drop your suggestions in the comments, and maybe your pick will be the star of the next deep dip.